are you ever going to come home and work and live, or both?
I have a dream of that, but I don't know if I cannot live in a country where there's still death penalty. There are a lot of things that I'm not that I don't agree with the situation in Indonesia right now. So I'm not sure I can go back for that. Maybe I will one day when everything is settled, when everyone has food to eat every night. And
maybe you should come home and help be a politician.
Sorry?
Maybe you could come home and help and be a politician.
No, I don't know if I have the ability for that, but I'm working closely with the UN. You know, I'm in a program with FAO to fight the hunger. There's this website, there's 1billionhungry.org, that you need to go and sign a petition to urge the governments in various countries to actually make something happen.
Anggun was in Bali to sing at the opening of the Banyan Tree Resort in Uluwatu. She said she plans to watch this interview back in Paris through live streaming on our Metro TV website. Good morning. Welcome to Talk Indonesia, where we always speak our minds. I'm Dalton Tanonaka in Jakarta. Here is this week's TI Hot List. Do or die. Does the death penalty serve its purpose? Tracking talent. Just how good are our artists? And creative kids. Did schoolgirls deserve to get expelled for dancing to Maroon 5? Here beside me each week is Rahayu Saraswati, Sarah, actress, activist, and international jet setter.
Oh,
and another one. Our guest host this week, all the way from Paris, is singer Anggun Ciptasasmi, Indonesia's best-known export and birthday girl. Happy birthday this week.
Thank you so much.
Young woman.
Right.
Okay, hot topic number 1. Do or die. March 15th, Indonesia executed Malawi national Adami Wilson for drug trafficking. It was the country's first execution in nearly 5 years following an unofficial moratorium on the death penalty. The government has been hinting that it will abolish that ultimate sentence. Currently, more than 100 people are on Indonesia's death row. Now, first, criminals, more than most people, know the penalties they face for serious crimes, such as...
Waiting for her
I mean,
to say something.
I really have problems with that, because I don't actually believe that no one in this world should take someone else's life.
Right.
And not, and of course, let alone the government. I mean, when you're, I mean, my problem in that is really moral. And of course, I understand that, you know, the death penalty is actually very reassuring for families of victims that, you know, of like some horrible.
Yeah, because victims argue they want an eye for an eye. They're missing their family
Exactly.
member.
Well, the thing is, I can understand that they need that for closure, but then it
won't bring that family member back.
That is true, and that's absolutely right. But then there's also the fact that, what is that? It's like the ongoing revenge. So you kill someone, so we kill you.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
So what is the alternative? A life sentence? That's almost more inhumane, some people say.
Oh, no, I don't believe that. Well, first of all, I completely agree with what Anggun was saying, because even when I was in UVA, I attended a film festival, and in that film festival, there was a documentary on the death penalty, and basically it covered how there were these 4 men who were accused for a crime they did not commit, and were waiting were on the death row. Yeah. Now, here's the problem with the death penalty. It's not, aside from the moral issue, but the fact is that it's the
final.
It's the human fault. You have to understand, the one that is making the judgment call are humans, and it's all based on evidence collected by humans.
Okay. People make mistakes. Judges and courts make mistakes.
No,
we know that.
absolutely.
But you know what? It's not just developing countries like Indonesia. The United States, Japan, all have the death penalties.
Well, again, you know, because I understand that death penalty is there so that it's like almost like a threat.
Yes, fear factor.
Exactly.
A deterrent, supposedly.
Yeah. But then, does it work?
Right.
That's the question.
Yes.
Yeah.
To me, it doesn't work. It's not working at all. And then there's also the fact that it's final. You don't give someone a chance to repent, someone a chance for I don't know, something else I understand that death, life sentence costs a lot of money to the government and all that, but then there must be a way other than giving that
What is the
final,
rather than giving up on that person.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, when you hear crimes like pedophilia, when you hear
horrible,
you know, serial rapists,
How about terrorism or
well, some people are talking to me have been bringing up the issue of death penalty for corrupt officials because they're so frustrated because obviously they're getting as much time as a sandal thief.
Well,
right?
yeah, the president here has been talking about looking at abolishing. I mean, getting in line with other countries in the world for a more humane treatment. But we have some of the strictest drug laws in the world as other countries in Southeast Asia, which to me is a little unbalanced because you got people killing people and they get out in a couple years. But you carry in a cocaine and you get the death penalty. I don't understand that.
But you know why it's also unbalanced? Is because the government also knows that there are a lot of drugs being trafficked or even produced domestically, and they're still having problems dealing with that. So to say to others, like, hey, or especially when we're talking about getting our people, the migrant workers who are there in Saudi Arabia facing the death penalty. There are hundreds of them.
Yeah, we try to ask for mercy for them. We have to have mercy here. Now, what about in France where you live?
It's been abolished since 1981, I guess.
Okay.
And it was horrible. I mean, because people told me that it was in the eye of the public. I mean, where's it? Come on, it's just.
What do they do with serious criminals? I mean, murderers and rapists?
Life sentence. And then like for instance, in Canada, they have some kind of facilities where rapists or pedophilias or cases like that, they give them like medication, like. Right. But then, of course,
care, counseling,
and exactly. So maybe, but then again, of course, it costs a lot of money.
The other problem I have with the death penalty here, Dalton, is they shoot them.
Well,
is there a
there's no humane way to kill
them.
Yeah, but
do you want them to be hanged or
how the United States?
I don't know, but the bullet, one shot, you're dead.
No, but it's not. Hopefully one shot, you're dead. But no. This is like a few of them.
Let's see where this country goes. There's talk now, finally, of abolishing it.
Right.
Perhaps it comes. Good. Okay. Talk Indo will continue shortly. Do Indonesian artists have the X factor?
Of course.